Did you recently get into NES collecting and for some reason these games are not working? Well, then this is the video for you. Hey everyone, it's Matt here and welcome to the tutorial level. So first things first, I want to note that this is not about replacing your pin connector in your NES. This is actually about cleaning NES games. Very much like this one, looking at this game, it's definitely been through a lot. This is Legend of Kage. I've actually played this with Tristan over on our Those Guys Play channel. But yeah, this one is definitely, specific copy has been through a lot over the years, and so it definitely needs a good cleaning. Now, this isn't about cleaning the exterior because honestly, I like a lot of these, weird little just kind of price tags and stickers and whatnot. So it's not about that. It's about cleaning these pins right here. When it comes to the contacts, they can get very dirty over the years. I mean, this is nearly a 40-year-old game. I don't want to date all of us here, but it's a very old game, especially going through so many different hands, so many different retro game stores. When they weren't retro game stores, they were just game stores. So at a certain point, you're gonna need to clean these. So before we talk about how we're going to be able to clean it, I want to talk to you about what you need to clean it. So first things first, you're going to need some isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol. Also, what in my family, we always call them Q-tips, but it's not just specifically Q-tips. Any kind of cotton swab will work, although again, very much like how WWE has taken to pro wrestling WWE, Q-tips have just become the de facto name in my house. But again, any cotton swab will work just fine. Also a towel as well, and by the way, a tissue as well. So the reason why is because you want a towel just in case, especially if you look at this lovely wood table right here, you want to make sure that no alcohol actually gets on the table. So put the towel down before putting on the game, and also the tissue just in case you end up putting up too much alcohol on the cotton swab, which can happen, especially to me, from time to time. But before we talk about this method, I want to talk about two methods that you should not do. So the first one is actually just blowing on the cartridge. I'm sure a lot of us did this as kids, but sadly we were wrong. So the reason why is because the condensation from our spit, from our breath, actually corrodes the contacts over time and can make the game harder to read over time. So something that did help us at the time, because yes, you are blowing away any excess dust or dirt, actually is hurting us in the long run. So don't do that, and also don't use something called Brasso. Now in theory, Brasso works because again, it does get rid of any gook or any excess, any dirt or anything like that. But what it actually also does is it strips away the information from the contacts. So it takes off a layer, basically taking off a layer of skin off of yourself. Or if looking at this beautiful hair that I have right here, instead of me taking a razor and shaving it, it would be like putting on Nair, which actually burns the hair follicles. So you could do it that way, or you could just shave the hair off and let it grow back naturally. So in this case, again, do not use Brasso and do not just blow on the cartridge. But what you should be doing, as I just talked about before, is getting that isopropyl alcohol. So you end up putting the Q-tip, the cotton swab, into the alcohol, and then you make sure that you don't have too much. If you do, you just end up dabbing it on this tissue right here, dab, 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 dab. And when you take it to the contacts, be sure, don't be too gentle with it. You can be a little bit rougher than you might think, but don't do it to the point where you think you're going to be breaking the cotton swab, because obviously you don't want to end up feeling like you're attacking these contacts. But you can go a bit harder again than you might think, because you definitely want to get rid of all this excess dust and grime. You have no idea how long this game has not been cleaned for. You could be getting this game at a garage sale or at a swap meet or a flea market or something like that, and this game has just been sitting out there for years. So you definitely want to make sure to get all that excess gook and get in all the nooks and crannies. But one thing I want to make sure that you do is, if you think that you don't need to use the other side to actually put more alcohol and scrub on the game even more, do not use that dry side as a way to dry the cartridge off itself, or you know, the insides of the cartridge. The reason why you don't want to do that is because you want to make sure that you don't get any excess actual, you know, cotton from the con swab, any of that stuck inside the game itself, because if you do, then it will still end up being unreadable, and you could even get a little bit of that inside your console. So I would suggest once you're done cleaning the cartridge, just leave it out for about maybe 20-30 minutes. You can kind of smell whether or not it's still there in excess, and after that definitely then try it at your console, as you can see that I'm doing right now, and it works just fine. So yes, just like that, your game should be A-okay. But if for some reason the NES is still not reading the game, then the game might be just fine, but you might need to replace your NES pin connectors. So if you want me to do a video on that, then please comment down below, and I can in the future. And if you have any other questions about the game itself, about cleaning the game, anything like that, please also comment below, and I'll try to help you as best as I can. So, love you all, take care. If you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. I'm gonna go get some water. My throat is betraying me. But either way, love you all, take care, and tune in next time for the next episode of the tutorial level. Alright everybody, so see ya.